So, number 1 of the assignment, we are given that sine theta is 12 upon 15, and we have to find the value of 1 minus cos theta. Remember that sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse, while cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse from So the only value that is stopping us from solving this problem is to find the adjacent for cos theta. So to find the adjacent, now how do we find the adjacent? You know that from sine theta being opposite over hypotenuse, and we have it here as 12 upon 15. So our opposite is 12 and our hypotenuse is equivalent to 15, right? So to find the adjacent, remember from Pythagoras theorem, this squared will be equal to this squared plus adjacent squared, right? So adjacent squared is going to be 15 squared minus 12 squared, right? 15 squared is 225 minus 144, right? So that's adjacent squared. So adjacent squared is going to be, this difference gives you 81, and then you take the root of both sides to have that adjacent is going to be, so root of 81 is 9, right? So your adjacent is 9 cm. So once you have this, you go ahead and get the next value. Of course, this is equal to Pythagoras. The difference, you can see them. Okay, so the next value we solve is to get our cos theta. So cos theta is going to be adjacent upon hypotenuse. So cos theta is, our adjacent is 9, hypotenuse is 15. So 1 plus this value is 1 plus 9 upon 15. LCM is 15. When 1 device is 15, 15 times 1 is 15, plus this device is what? 1. 1 times this is 9, right? And then we are going to have 15 plus 9, which is going to give us 24, right? So we are having 24 upon 15, right? And then what to reduce this, we just look for a factor, a common factor that can do that. So when we take 3 here, we have 8. 3 here is 5. So we are going to have 8 upon 5. And that is option D. So to solve this second assignment, we have sine 45 minus cos 30. We remember that sine 45 is same as sine is same as cos 45, which is same as root 2 upon 2, and then cos 30 is same as sine 60, which is root 3 upon 2. So we are having that to solve sine 45 minus cos 30 is going to be root 2 upon 2 minus root 3 upon 2. LCM is 2. This is root 2 minus root 3, right? So we are having option D immediately. That's very simple. Then let's solve the next one. Okay, to solve this again, we have to calculate this without using tables. And what we want to calculate is 1 plus sec squared 30. Then you know that sec theta is inverse of cos, right? 1 over cos. So this is 1 plus 1 upon cos squared 30, right? And then this is 1 plus 1 upon cos 30 is root 3 upon 2 squared, right? because of the cos squared. So we square this, right? And then we are going to have 1 plus, this is inverse, but before we talk about the inverse, let's square this. So we have 1 upon, we square root 3 to get 3 upon square 2 to get 4. And then this is 1 plus, you now turn this upside down to have because this is 1 upon this fraction, so this fraction is going to turn upside down to have 4 upon 3. So that's what we have to add. Then our LCM to this is 1 is 3, and then this here is going to be 3 plus 4, right? And then 3 plus 4 is 7 upon 3, right? And this 3 divided 7 is 2 over 1 upon 3. So our answer is option A. That's our answer. So let's solve the fourth question. So here again, we are given cos theta, and we remember that cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So we are looking for 1 plus tan square theta. So we don't have the opposite. So all we need to find is the opposite, right? So, and this is A upon B. So it means that our adjacent is A and then hypotenuse is B. So if the opposite is X, our opposite squared is now going to be the hypotenuse squared minus adjacent squared, right? That is going to be our opposite squared. So that opposite is the square root of this B squared minus A squared, right? Which is equal to the difference of 2 squares. So this is our opposite. And we are looking for 1 plus tan square theta. So now we are having that this is going to be 1 plus tan theta is opposite over adjacent. And this is our opposite. So this is root B squared minus A squared all upon our adjacent from here is A, right? All upon A. That's our adjacent. This is our opposite. This is our adjacent because tan theta is opposite over adjacent. So then we have to square this because they said tan square theta, right? So we have to square this. So this is going to be 1 plus. If we square this, this takes this, and we are going to have B squared plus A squared all upon the square will affect this A on the denominator, and we are going to have A squared. Please, this is negative minus. Okay, so to add these two, we now find the LCM. The LCM of this, LCM here is going to be A squared, right? So we have A squared, and then A squared divides 1 is going to be A squared, or 1 divides A squared is A squared times 1 is A squared, then plus, then A squared divided A squared is 1. 1 times this is B squared minus A squared, right? So this is A squared minus A squared, which will be 0. So we'll be having B squared all upon A squared, or B upon A all squared. So either way, our option is option A. Our answer is option A, B squared upon A squared. That's option A. Okay, so let's solve the final part of the assignment, and then we'll wait for the next one. Here is to question number 5. So we are looking for, we were given tan theta as 4 upon 3, and we want to find the value of sin square theta minus cos square theta. Now, recall from Pythagoras triple, of course, tan theta is opposite over adjacent, right? So this is opposite, this is adjacent. So we are only looking for hypotenuse, but from Pythagoras triple, if we have these two sides opposite and adjacent to be 4 and 3, then the hypotenuse is exactly going to be 5. So there is no need to solve and find the hypotenuse. We already know that our hypotenuse is going to be 5. So here we are looking for sin square theta, right? Sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse, and then cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So let's put the value. So Sin square theta minus cos square theta is going to be opposite, which in this case our opposite is 4 upon hypotenuse is 5 squared for sin squared, right? Minus cos squared. Cos is adjacent. Our adjacent in this case is 3 upon hypotenuse remains 5 squared. And this is going to be 4 squared is 16 upon 25 minus this is 9 upon 25, right? Then LCM is still 25 and we have 16 minus 9, right? And then 16 minus 9 is going to be 7 upon 25. So